So I just released a brand new feature. You can now go in and train your Ultralytics model directly in the Ultralytics HUB Cloud. So in this video here, I'm going to show you how we can take a dataset, set up different models. We have different variations, and you can use both YOLOv8 and also YOLOv5. And then we're going to show you how, without a single line of code, how we can train custom YOLOv8 models inside the Ultralytics HUB in the cloud. So let's just jump straight into the Ultralytics HUB. We can now see that we're inside the homepage. If we go inside the datasets, we have a bunch of different datasets in here. You can also upload your own custom ones. We have tutorials, we have videos about all of that on the Ultralytics channel, so definitely go in and check them out. We both have classification, detection, RN bounding boxes, segmentation, and also post estimation. Then you can upload your data here, or you can integrate it together with RoboFlow, where you can go in and annotate the images, export it, and integrate it. And then the datasets will be automatically uploaded here into your Ultralytics HUB, but we have videos about all of that. So definitely check that out. Right now, we can just go in and take one of these data sets. Let's just take this tiger pose. So we want to detect these key points and features that we have in the tiger. So here we see that we have these different key points for the tiger. So we're going to train a YOLOv8 model for post estimation. The only thing that we have to do right now, we have our data set. We can go in and get an overview and so on, but we can also just directly go up and hit train model. Now we can set up our project and also the model name, and we can specify which of the post architectures we want to use. Right now we have all of these variations with YOLOv8. We get some overview metrics here, so the mean error position and also the speed. We can also set some advanced model configurations. But right now let's just go with the YOLOv8 nano model. We just hit continue. Now we can see we have this option for Ultralytics Cloud Training, and this is the new feature that we have just launched. Now you don't have to do anything. You don't have to open up your own Google Colab notebook, train locally where you bring your own agent. Now you can just directly hit train. It will start the training. You can see all the metrics. It will lock it. You can see it live while it's actually like training. So now everyone can train computer vision and deep learning models. So first of all, here we can see that we can set our training duration, that we can either specify the number of epochs. So right now the default is just 100, but we can also set a timed training duration, which is basically just like how long do we want to train our model for. Let's say that we want to train our model for 1 hour and 30 minutes. We can also have this slider, so we can basically just specify like for how long we want to train our model instead of some specific epochs. So we're usually talking about like a few hours depending on your data set. We'll just go with 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then we can also see the available instances that we have for training. So right now we have an NVIDIA L4, 24 gigabytes of RAM. So this is how we can use both for the model and also the number of batches and so on, the batch size that we're able to use for our data set. Over here to the right, we can see how much it costs per hour to run this instance when we're actually training our model. And this is just below $1. So a lot of the computer vision models out there, when we're training them, especially like YOLOv8, it converges very fast. So you don't even have to like train for an hour. You can maybe train for like 30 minutes or so, or just specify the number of epochs here. So normally I just use like around 30, 50 epochs when I'm actually just training some initial models, and then we can also like train it for longer once we have validated our data set and we don't want to do more iterations. So right now let's just specify 30 here, doesn't matter too much. So for the payment, we can actually go down and both pay now, but we can also use our Ultralytics HUB account. We can see the current balance, and we can also directly go in and top it up if we're running out of balance. Right now we're just going to use the Ultralytics HUB account, and the only thing that we have to do is just hit start training, and it's going to train our models. First of all, it's going to prepare the cloud instance. That will just take some time, 5-10 minutes. You can just like hold tight, sit back and wait for your cloud instance to start up, and then the model training will start running, and we can see the metrics down here, mean error position, and all of those metrics. They will be locked in real time, so you can see how your model performs and when it converges. So now we can see that it has started the training. The training is in progress. Right now we're going to train for 30 epochs, and it is estimating it. Down here, we can actually see the live metrics for a model training on this specific data set. Again, you can train multiple different models in parallel as well. So if you want to test out both the small, nano, medium model on your specific data set, you can just directly go in and train these models in parallel. But then it will like only take you about like 10-15 minutes to iterate over like a bunch of different models, but you can also have multiple different data sets in parallel. So here we can actually just see our model training. We can see the live metrics from every single epoch. Right now we can see that we have 2 epochs remaining, and it is about like 16 seconds to go. So this is pretty awesome. Like we can train a model for longer, like you can just specify it, but this would only be like a few cents. We can also go down and take a look at the box loss, the class loss, optic loss, and so on. We can see that it has pretty much converged in this example here, and also the precision, recall, and mean error precision up here at the top is very close to 1, or act like is at is at 1. So this is how easy it is to train your Ultralytics models for your computer vision applications directly inside the Ultralytics Hub. Now we have the whole pipeline. We're covered every single aspect of the Ultralytics Hub, from going from a data set, also labeling the data set. We have videos about that, how you can set up your data set in the Ultralytics Hub, do integration, set up different models, and now we can also do training directly in here. Now we don't need to rely on Google Colab notebooks. We don't have to wait for like setting up our notebook, running through 10 different blocks of code. Now we can just directly go in here, and we can even train our models in parallel to iterate even faster. So for the training, we can also go inside our charts. We can basically just see the exact same charts here again for our metrics. We can see the models, the number of parameters, the speed and pie chart. So right now we see that it's around 4.8. So this is pretty fast. And we can also see the train and also the validation metrics. So yeah, we have the chart. We also have the preview if you want to go in and test your data set. Right now we can just go in and take some of the examples from our validation set or our testing set. And then it's just going to do the inference here on this image. Again, our model has only been trained on 3 epochs, so we won't get good results, as you can also see here, but it's not like totally off. We can play around the confidence score directly, intersection over union threshold. We can specify the image resolution that we want to set as the input. We can also directly open up a camera. So right now we can just directly hook up to your web camera just to test your model out in real time as well, if you want to use that in your applications and projects. We can also have a real-time preview here if you download the Ultralytics Hub app, and we have also covered that in the previous videos. So you can preview a model in real time by connecting to your Ultralytics account in the Ultralytics Hub mobile app. You can download both Google Play and also App Store, and you will see your models directly in there that you have trained in the Ultralytics Hub Cloud. So just walking around with your phone, do inference in real life, out in the real world, nothing is cooler than that. So after we have this preview, we can also go in and deploy our models with the Ultralytics Inference Hub API. I'm going to create a video about that, but you can basically just hook your models directly up to the Ultralytics Cloud API as well and start doing inference in there. And we can also export our models to pie charts and all of these other different examples. We can also go inside billing just to see like how much it actually costs to train your model. Right now we can see that it costs like $0.03 to train this model. Again, we should probably train it for a bit longer. It took around like 2 minutes, probably 10 minutes. We will have a pretty good model, and then we could get away with like $0.2 for training the model. We can now train models in parallel. This will save us a lot of time and also a lot of cost by using the Ultralytics Hub Cloud Training. So I hope you learned something in this video here, guys. Definitely go in, test it out, hook up a data set, try to train it with the Ultralytics Hub Cloud. And then I'll just see you guys for some more awesome videos in the future. Until then, happy training.